In America. My name is Danny. I'm a 49-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pit. It's not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, it is not for you. Co-hosted today with my dog Rowdy. Say hi, Rowdy. Anyway, usually I have my guitar there, but he wouldn't let me put it there this morning. Welcome to the pit. Topic of today's pit will be hard party lines. Okay, hard party lines. We're in election time, obviously, and already starting to see just hard party lines. And what I mean by that is people that, I'm going to vote all red. Or, people are, I'm going to vote all blue. It doesn't matter. And in the past, I've been guilty of doing that. I've been guilty of doing that up until here recently. I even had my wife just when she asked, who should I just mark everything red. We live in like the bluest state in the world, California, but we still, we voted that way. The reason is, though, I grew up in, like I said, those of you know my story a little bit, I grew up in a political house. My mom worked for a union. She was the secretary for the president of the United Rubber Workers in the Armstrong tire plant we had here in town. So politics were always being talked about at the dinner table. I grew up listening to it, and my mom was a staunch Democrat, and my dad was, he was a Southern, Republican. Which is funny because through the years she has softened and he hasn't. She's actually become more conservative and he's actually gone more liberal since they have divorced and stuff. It's funny to see how everything changed. Not funny, haha, but funny like wow, I grew up in a household when Reagan was in office and the airlines were having that strike and he did what he did to keep the airlines going. Man, you couldn't even say Reagan's name in my house, and I idolized him. I grew up watching Family Ties, and Alex P. Keaton idolized Ronald Reagan. Well, I kind of idolized Alex P. Keaton, so I had a little 8x10 of Ronald Reagan in my bedroom, too. Anyway, all that to be said to say all this. This is the time when everybody's going to go, I don't give up who it is, as long as it's not so-and-so, okay? Now, nobody on the right is saying that because there's nobody on the left that, other than Biden, who's running for what. And then on our side, I'm afraid we actually have some, conservative people afraid to vote for Trump. Don't know why you would be, but anyway, you get these hard party lines and people start voting with their hearts and not their minds, and then we end up with these imbeciles in office and wonder why inflation's so high, why gas is $5 a gallon, why is eggs, $8 a carton, why is milk, $50 a gallon. I mean, it's we voted them in, that's why. And sometimes blindly, who's on, I'm thinking of McCain. Comes to mind. He's a Republican, but he was a lib in the closet. He was a very liberal Republican while he was alive and doing his thing. And his daughter has taken his place. She claims to be conservative Republican, but she's lib, And this is the part where families start fighting with each other and, you quote your person and then I quote my person. And neither one of us really know what's going on. And, and like I've said before, familiarize yourself with your local government before you worry about, people are willing to go, fisticuffs over Trump versus whoever, but probably don't even know the mayor of their town's name, or their district supervisor or the superintendent of the school district or, things like that, things that matter. Trump, Biden, whoever, they're not going to fix the pothole outside my house on this road, but if I called the district supervisor, he might do it or get somebody to get it done. That's how it works. And, when we're being completely controlled and ruled by the White House and it trickles down from there, that doesn't really resemble a presidency anymore. It almost resembles like a dictatorship. And my overall view of it is this. Okay, my personal take on this is this, and it's not because he's conservative. He's a libertarian. He's not even a Republican. I'm talking about Trump. He can do this because he is the type of guy that can't be bought, can't be sold, can't be told what to do, won't be told what to do. And I found this to be a really funny fact. He is the first man to hold office. He only was in there for 4 years. I mean, then it did him dirty, but he hasn't aged a bit. I saw a clip of him from last night and a clip of him from back in 2016, and the man hasn't aged a bit. Look at a picture of DeSantis 4 months ago and look at a picture of him yesterday. And he's not even in office. The man has already aged 10 years. You know why? Because Trump's used to this high pressure stuff. This is what he thrives in doing. This is his forte. This is his he's an artist, and this is his ink and clay, whatever you want. He thrives in it. So let him run it. That's all I gotta say. And like I said, vote with your mind, not with your heart. And my mind is telling me Trump's a little boorish and rash and all that stuff like we usually say, but he got the job done while he was in there. And now look at the southern border 3 years after he's been out. And look at all the other failed policies, and look at the withdrawal from Afghanistan, and look at all this other shit that's going on while this idiot in office right now is vacationing all over the place. And I'm not saying I have hard party lines. I don't. If you give me a liberal that's up there that's spitting some truth and will help the country, you might sway me. But unfortunately, you're not going to do it by getting up there and doing what every other Democrat has ever done and promise you everything. Get elected and then deliver you nothing. That's what they do, man. They promise you the world and giveaways while they're doing it. As soon as they're in office, they forget about you. They forget about you real quick. And some of you guys that are being lied to by the Democrats will find yourself, in a bad situation if they keep running it as rent gets higher and wages stay the same, and it's a mess. And hard party lines are not a thing to have right now. We have to be looking at everything objectively, the entire thing. 1 second. We got to be looking at everything and then vote. So this year, when you get your packet or whatever in the mail, however you get your information, read thoroughly. Okay, this election is probably going to be the most important election in U.S. history. Okay, this one coming up. And I'm not trying to be a drama queen or whatever like some of these other guys are. I'm saying this from a point of view of just a man with a computer and head full of ideas, I guess. But this is going to be pivotal in American history. Mark my words on that. So anyway, stay vigilant, America. That's all I got today. Keep looking forward, but once in a while look back. Helps to know where you're going if you know where you've been. God bless each and every one of you, and stay safe. Call someone you love, tell them you love them. And God bless these beautiful and wonderful United States of America that we are lucky as hell to be living in, even in these times. And it's going to get better. It's got to get better. And all we can do is pray, and there's power in prayer. So anyway, till next time, America, thank you for watching. And please hit like, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you on the next pit. Until then, peace.